Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on issue 45 of Sonic the Hedgehog IDW Comic Review. Now, as you know, I am now up to speed with Sonic the Hedgehog after finally covering the issues for quite some time. So the story is meant to have Tangle, Jewel, Belle, and Amy going on a camping trip, and the cover mainly has them in their sort of RV and kind of going out on a camping trip. So the story starts off where Amy's picking up some stuff from Tails, saying, "Hey Amy, where do you want this stuff?" "Ah, gosh, that's a lot more than in the trunk is fine." So of course we see how Amy wants to return the favour and asks for Amy to be one of her guinea pigs for a prototype he's working on. We see how Sonic has the idea about wanting to go as well, but Tails wants Sonic to play a new game for the weekend and needs 2-player for versus mode. We see Sonic saying, "He's right, guess I'm booked. Have fun, you two." And of course we see how Tangle, Jules, Belle, and even Amy are now going on their camping trip and going to a kind of camp-like area. So of course we see how Tangle remembers a few days ago. Tangle leaves now knowing that Minnick's free and can't risk him sort of finding her and risking losing her new friends. And we see Tangle saying, "But you just got here. Your place is with the restoration. Mine isn't." And of course we see her leaving, and even Jules knowing the feeling about like leaving her work behind, and even Belle still feeling down about the whole big reveal about her origins. So of course we see how Amy still wants to cheer everyone up, and we kind of see how, to her dismay, the whole place looks quite busy. And I like how big the cat's there fishing, and them saying, "It looks awfully busy. That's just proof that this is an A camping ground." Of course we see the manager saying, "More campers? We've got a reservation for site 97. "Good for you. Listen, we got some new fire regulations in place this year." And talks about after the events of what happened with the metal virus had screwed up the ecosystem, so they can't really risk a forest fire. We see how the guy's son ends up burning the map, and him saying, "I told you, if you came to work with me, no fires!" So of course we see how everyone tries to set up the tent, get things ready, and we see how Amy points out she's got no matches, but we see how Belle's got one of her devices, but doesn't want to risk anything badly. So of course we see them later on in the night burning marshmallows, and of course we see how Amy wants to make the night special by doing fortune cards. And he even mentions how she managed to find someone very important to her. And I like how Sonic sneezes. It's like watching Dinosaur King with the old lady jokes. And we see Amy saying, "No, these cards, I can uncover the secret of your destiny." You can really predict the future? So of course we see how Amy gives everyone their futures and what holds for them. So we see one for Belle, Tangles and Jules, and of course we see how she tries to go one for Belle, but it's kind of implied it's something bad, but ends up with the card getting burnt when she bumps into Amy. So of course we see how Belle still feels bad and kind of leaves. And of course we see how Belle wakes up about 5 AM and still feels bad about her origins. And we kind of see how Belle sees a head trimming of Sonic, which of course says, "Yikes! Come on, flashlight, sawdust, please be nice." And we see those sort of like caterpillar-like robots, and ends up with Belle accidentally getting knocked out, which ends up causing a forest fire. And of course We see how Tangled and the others get out quickly, see everyone's panicking, and we see the manager saying, "Ashley, answer me!" "She wasn't behind you? The ranger must have a plan." "Where are you?" "Sir, is there a—" "My son, he's missing. I have to find him. He's always wandering off into the woods." And we kind of see how Tangled bravely goes in to look for the manager's son. And of course, knowing that she's risking her life in the forest fire. And yeah, this is the story. So I feel issue 45 isn't too bad. I think it takes a break from the main story and goes with a more sort of like a girls' night out story. I think the story could have really have been Amy wanting to kind of get Belle away from the Restoration HQ to help her be more down to earth. And I think you could have had Sonic going along, knowing that Belle's going to need more friends to sort of help out. But other than that, the story is definitely alright. So I think it deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.